Gotta remember, life is a percentage game. When you were younger, the more women you asked out, the more success you would have in dating women. I came up with this formula that if you asked 10 women out, you would meet at least one woman you could marry. Doesn't matter what the formula is. When you're tracking things, you'll come up with your own formula that works for you. But you can't linger and procrastinate in life and think about things unnecessarily. Like when you're working out, you just do what you decide to do that day. Like today, walking 30 minutes, got on, and then at 30 minutes, got off. Didn't even think about it, went to the next exercise. The only thing you're trying to do is increase your intensity here and there so you can improve. So far, my weight is still the same. Even though I've cut back on eating, I gotta come up with a better plan and a better formula. It's like any successful person, they don't linger on too many things. They look at things, they study it, they track it, and they make a decision, and then they just work their way through it until they're successful. Sometimes you might have to do it like a prototype. So you do a little experiment to see if your theory works or not. It's exercise and you get out the tape measure. That's tracking, and you're using yourself as a prototype. Does this work? How do I feel when I do it? Sometimes you gotta let things marinate to a point where you can make a better decision. You could sit there and say, I don't have enough information yet, as long as you're still taking action. You don't want to think about it too much, because you're not going to get there anytime soon by doing that. Lingering and hibernating is not very good. Sometimes you got to stay at home, sometimes you got to go out. Sometimes you got to see your own family, and sometimes you got to see other people's families. You got to round things out. Put yourself out there. Times you got to help yourself, and other times you got to help other people. If you have extra time and you're lingering, you could be helping somebody. You got to remember, nothing's forever. Things are temporary. Your successes in life dwindle down as time goes on. You still got to learn new things and rebuild and do things differently as technology improves. You got to remember, back in the day, like lumbering, you were doing lumber and cutting trees down, it was hard work because you had simple tools to do it. Now, they got insane machinery to do it. But you got to remember, you're still working hard because you're the output is a lot more productive. But you got to keep up with that new standard. And the older you get, the more consistent you have to be. You got to make sure you're feeding yourself properly, hydrating, seeing a doctor regularly, which is something I wasn't doing. What got me moving on seeing a doctor was I had good health insurance and then I didn't. Worked for a company, I'd go in there, try to, a simple physical, no, we don't accept that insurance. I started going in and need cataract surgery, no, we don't accept that insurance. So I was getting to the point where I either wait till Medicaid kicks in when I was 65, or I was going to have to do something about my eyesight, because I was going to kill myself on the road at night. So I just got up one morning and said, alright, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to see if I get better health insurance. And I got lucky, and I did. I took care of everything that needed to be looked at and attended to. So now I have to take that ambition and round out my whole life around that ambition. Going out and experimenting. Nope, that's not working. Let me adjust and do something else. Like with working out, you have to be consistent because you're going to go one step forward and then 2 steps back. And then you're going to quit because you're going to be frustrated. You can't really think too much about it. You got to put your head down and then look up 3 months later and see if there's any improvement. And then when you do see improvement, you're going to be happy. Then you're going to knuckle down and do the adjustments that you need to do. If you put your head down for 7 to 8 months, you should see a huge improvement. If you don't, you might have to go see a doctor and check your, check your heart out, your circulation. Maybe you got something hormonal going on there and you do need a medication to, even things out so you can improve. But it's one big experiment. It's like Thomas Edison creating a light bulb. They said he tried 10,000 different ways to make it happen. And I didn't see him quitting. Because number one, the light bulb revolutionized everything. Especially work life. You can keep factories open 24/7. Electricity in general, and plumbing. Pardon the pun, but it's like turning on a switch and having a whole new world. It was easy. Living life is supposed to be easy. Well, it's hard, but if you don't worry about it so much, it could be a little easier. You know what to do. Help someone.